I think you're good.
Hi everybody, I'm Chas and I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado. And thank you Hometalk for having me, and thank you all for tuning in. We are going to be making some things today that are engraving and etching and frost glass spray paint to make personalized gifts for just about any occasion. So as I get started here, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, please. To get started for my project, I am going to start with this mug. I got this at a thrift store. And what I'm going to do next is, I got these, this was the top of it, but I got these little vinyl stickers from Dollar Tree, which was an awesome score. So I'm going to take these stickers and place them on the mug.
So far we got Louisiana, Atlanta, Northern Ireland, Seattle, California,
Wow.
Peru.
Welcome and thank you for being here. So you can again use these for any occasions. My theme today is for my daughter who's actually filming this. She is going to be turning 16 this year in April, and I am going to be making a personalized gift for her. So the first thing I'm doing here is I am putting these vinyl stickers on and spelling her name. So that's how, I mean, you could do a Mr. and a Mrs. You could do a lot of different choices. You know, Mother's Day, Father's Day, like I said, weddings.
Texas, Arizona, another Washington, Oklahoma, some Minnesota people.
Welcome, thank you for being here. Okay, I'm just making sure that that looks pretty straight, and it does. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. And now what I'm going to use is, I bought this at Hobby Lobby, it's called Armor. You can't see the rest because of the price tag. Armor Etch. And there's a lot of different kinds of etching creams out there. This one was about $8.50, as you can see from the price tag. A little goes a long ways. I've etched quite a few things with this, and I have a few things to show you later that you can do to think outside the box. So I'm going to open this up. And I just have a regular paintbrush. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Now, the key thing here is that you kind of want to goop it on. So you want it to be a little thick. I've learned this from trial and error. You want the entire sticker to be covered when you do this. Now brush, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say people seem to really like this so far.
Oh good, I'm so glad. Please feel free to share it. Give me hearts and thumbs if you like it. You can do this on any kind of glass, which I'll be showing you another project after this one. We'll do a few of each thing just so you can kind of get the differences between the things that we'll be working with today.
Got a Puerto Rico and a Mississippi.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. So excited to have everybody. Okay, so as you can see, that's just kind of gooped on there. And I'm going to leave that set now, and it always recommends letting it set for 5 to 10 minutes, and I'd always rather be on the safe side. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the 10 minutes minimum. Sorry, I saw a blank space, so I wanted to fill that space up. I was going to say brush strokes do matter with this stuff. So If you go too thin, it will show every brush stroke mark, and I will show you some examples of that too. So I'm just going to set that aside as we move on to the next project. And again, I'm going with a theme. So by the end of the show, you'll be able to see the whole thing put together that I'm working on. And of course, you'll be able to create your own ideas, I'm sure. So this is just a picture frame. I'm going to take it out of the plastic wrap here. Okay, now I think, yes, this side's up. I'm going to go with this direction. It can go either way as any picture frame. It'll be a little upside down for you guys, sorry. And I'm going to use some stickers. And I think I want to start with these little puffy stickers first, but they might be too big, but I'm hoping not. I just felt like these seemed a little more festive for the occasion. So on this, I'm going to go ahead and stick those stickers. These are just regular stickers.
Hometalk already posted the question, and I really like this guy's thing. He said he would etch your cup so that when he would have guests, he would say, "Here's your cup."
I love it. Okay, so for those of you, the question is posted by Hometalk, but the question is, what would you engrave on your glass? Okay, so I put, as I said, my daughter's turning 16, so I put Sweet 16 on this, and we're going to hopefully be able to take some fun pictures of things she does, and we'll put those in here. Oops. All right, this is just painter's tape. And what I'm going to do is create a barrier with this painter's tape. Now, I have made mistakes, and I might make mistakes today, but it's okay. That's how we learn. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a line underneath. Oh, that one's not quite going to be straight enough. Let me try again, because I want to have some room underneath. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to try to make sure this is all really good and sealed, because if it's not good and sealed, that etching cream will leak underneath. So, and then now my luck will be that these stickers are so super strong that I won't be able to get them off. Okay. So again, for this, I might switch to a little bit bigger brush in here. Oops, let me make sure this is loose, yeah. And I'm just going to, again, remember to goop it on there, because if you don't, you'll end up with some empty spaces. So as I'm doing this, there are, again, like I said, this is a sweet 16th birthday, but you could do Mother's Day, you could do Father's Day, you could do weddings. You know, what kinds of occasions can you think of that you would like to do something personal like this for? What is something that you would like to do this?
Someone mentioned, like, it's their 30th anniversary. So
Oh, great idea. Anniversary. It'll be my 20th this year, so I can very much appreciate that idea. Congratulations. So as I said before, stroke marks do matter. So as I'm going to make sure that, because I am going to be making some stroke marks on this, that I'm kind of running more of a one-way direction here rather than a scribbly direction, if that makes sense what I'm saying.
people mention graduations or birth announcements
brilliant.
for this kind of stuff.
I love it. That's really great ideas. Keep them coming. I love hearing them all.
Madison said, fun project.
Hi, Madison. I'm totally serious about you helping me with my hope chest. Okay. A little bit more on this side. Not convinced there's enough there. Okay. There we go. Appropriately gooped. Again, letting that sit. Putting the lid back on. Little stinky. This stuff's a little stinky, just so you know. Just as a heads up. Okay, I'm gonna let. Oh, I missed a spot. Let me fix that. I don't want to miss a spot. So you're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes. Again, if you let it sit a little longer, I personally, I like to be safe than sorry, so I would always go a little bit longer. There we go. I feel better about that now. Okay. And then last week I did recycle jars. See, I always use recycle jars for all my paint stuff. So, all right, so my timer's here. I'm gonna set that for 10 minutes. All right. Move my stickers out of the way. Move my trash out of the way.
Some people were asking if it was better to like remove the frame and only etch on the glass.
You know, that's a good point. It might be. Because I guess with this little bit of, this is plastic right here, but if it were metal, it would etch the metal. So, yeah, it might be a good idea to do that and then tape, you know, tape off anything. So that's a really good point. That might be a better idea than leaving it in, just in case, so that you didn't ruin, like if this was wood, you might ruin your wood and stuff because this stuff etches just about anything. Okay, moving those aside. We are going to move on to, I'm going to look outside. It's been snowing here, so I wasn't sure if my plans were going to be foiled with my next task. So I just have a recyclable jar here, and I have some frosted glass Rust-Oleum spray. And again, these all will hopefully tie in together by the end of the show, all these little projects that I'm making. But this is basically, this turns glass into frosted glass without you having to etch it. Okay, so I just had some contact paper here is what I did. And this, I realize, may not be for everyone, this project, but I had already cut out a little square. And I'm going to set this little part on my glass. So what I'm doing is just blocking that part off because I don't want that part to be frosted for what I'm going to be doing here. And again, I'm making something personal for my daughter, but you could bend this to make something for somebody else, of course. So, all right, now we're going to go for it. Okay, so we are going to take this. I'm going to start shaking it now, and we're going to go spray this outside. We're not going to spray it in the house. But I have a backup plan just in case this doesn't work. All right. All right, good? I don't want to whack you with the door. All right, I have a pizza box here, and I'm going to turn my glass up, my spray up. You know, read the directions is always a good suggestion. Always follow your directions. It's a little cold for spray paint today. Obviously, we're having snow. But I'm outside in a t-shirt because it's Colorado. All right, so I'm gonna go in circles real, so just so you know. And I'm gonna just start spraying around, light strokes, trying to keep my distance. Sorry. One more round, and we'll let it set. So as you spray it, it kind of becomes clear, but it is doing something. And the more layers you put on, the more frosted it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. You get the idea. We're gonna let that dry. And like I said, just in case this, with the weather being funky, I do have backup for all of us. Okay, I'll hold the door for you first.
Okay.
Okay, we will come back to that. I'm sorry I have to wait on that one to make sure that dries. So we'll come back to more of the frosted glass spray. It just needs time to dry. Let's move to engraving for a moment. All right, just to give you the basic idea here, this is a Dremel engraver. These are $20. You can buy them at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, those kind of places. You can buy fancier Dremels that have bits for special engraving. This is just your plain old engraver, nothing fancy. So I'm going to reach down and plug this in. And I'm going to use some safety goggles because it's always good to use safety goggles. Just to give you an example is what I'm going to do for this, because these can be used for so many things besides what we're going to be doing. So these are silencing headsets. My son has sensory processing disorder, and so sometimes he needs these at school to make things quiet. So I don't want to lose these, right, because they're going to go to school with him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, and I'm just going to engrave his last name on them so that they stay, people will know they're ours.
It'll get loud, just so you know.
Oh yes, if you want to quiet down your volume right now would be a good time. Okay, so I didn't spend a ton of time on that, just a little bit to get it deep enough. It does the work for you. So again, he takes these to school, it's got your name, no big deal, everybody knows they're yours. This was my daughter's calculator for, it's a little hard to see, I didn't push very hard. It does the work for you, the more you trace, the more it engraves. But I have her name on this too, because everybody in her school had the exact same calculator. So this was my way of engraving it again, just to make sure. By the way, today, the giveaway is a tote bag. So don't forget to answer that question. What would you engrave on your glass? Okay, moving on to more personalization. So we're going to start with this tray. It's just a tray from the dollar store, but if you can see in here, there's like a little circle. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure. So I'm just going to take, and inside here, this is just a dry erase marker. I'm just going to write and if I didn't like the way that was written, you just simply wipe it off and start over. That's the great thing about dry erase markers. They're so forgiving. Okay, turning it on again. So if you want to turn that volume down, please do. names in there, and you just simply wipe away any extra dry erase. And you've got a nice little tray that you can use for jewelry or anything. But again, there's my beeper. That is going to be part of the gift. So, again, super inexpensive, but I hope you like it. And I hope you'd be interested in these little engravers too. I think they're really slick. They work for so many things. Okay, now I have a spoon here. And again, I'm just gonna, oops, that little dot's in the wrong place. There we go. I'm just gonna write her name on it. Maybe add a little heart. Okay. That's basically what I'm going for. And again, you know, these engravers too, they come with a little thing like this. So if you don't feel confident about yourself, you can always use this, or I mean any kind of trace something. But basically all you're doing is you're taking this like a pen and just squiggling it over your marker, and it goes right through. So I'm going to turn this on again. Do the spoon quick. So you might want to turn your volume down. Okay. Wiping that off again, and then you've got your spoon. This one's curved. It works a little bit easier with flat spoons. If you like this, send me some hearts and thumbs as we keep putting this project together. All right, let's go ahead and move on. One more engraving thing, and then we'll silence the engraver for now. So this is just a little candle, and it came from the dollar store. It was already on a base, which I thought was kind of cool. So I'm gonna put this heart on it. This one's a Sharpie because I wasn't sure the dry erase marker would work on it, but I'm just gonna trace this heart. Sliding. Okay, I'm going to be washing that etch stuff off very soon. And then we'll also finish that frosted glass thing up too that we were working on. Okay. One more time with the engraver. Lower those volumes. Okay. Let me wipe this off. So I just made a heart on it. Probably would take dates, those kind of things in there. Take little jewel beads, go around and decorate it. Thumbtacks will stick right in there if you want to fancy that up a bit too. But these engravers are great for anything. You can engrave rocks, you can engrave wood, you can engrave a lot of stuff. I'm going to show you some candles that I did. I did these candle holders last year, so they do glass too. And I did these for St. Patrick's Day last year with this engraver. This was kind of my first trial run. Again, make sure you're wearing your safety goggles because the glass does send off little splinters of glass. So, setting those over there. All right, let's move. Get an idea of how we're creating our little gift here. And I'm going to, don't forget to, what would you engrave on your glass? And we're going to go over here and we're going to rinse off now this etching cream stuff. I can remove my safety goggles now. So you're just going to go like that and it's just going to come right off. And this would just get the worst off. For a second. Let me do this one. All right, now since this is a picture frame, I think that whoever said that was right about the glass, taking the glass out, because I see that some of the paper behind this is getting soaked. So that was a really good idea. All right, I'm just peeling these off of here. I wasn't planning to save this background anyways, because obviously with the white background and the white of the etching, that is just not really going to, the etching is just not going to show up with a white background. Okay, I'm stuck with a bunch of stickers here. Oops. There we go. All right. Now, obviously this is really hard to see at this moment, so I will take this out of here so you guys can see it better. And then you'll see the glass better. And with these stickers, as I spill all over my counter, I'm going to peel them off upside down because I want to try to save them for another time. Do you guys all have something in mind that you'll be using this for?
Yeah, a lot of people have said certain things. A lot of like mothers who are either gone or old and stuff.
I love that. So my kids, because, well, my son's name isn't so unique, but we spelled it unique, and you go to those little stores, and of course they're always a little sad because I'll move that to the other area where it might be a little more visible. But you go to the little towns where they have the things with your names on them, like mugs and keychains and all that kind of stuff. And push this back down. And my kids never find their names on stuff, so they always get a little sad about that. And so that's why this has been a great thing to learn, because I can put their name on things and they can still have that. All right. I'm making a mess. Let me get one more dry one, because as you can see, it looks invisible right now. Okay. So when it is wet, it looks like it's gone, but when it's dry, okay, there we go. All right, let me move these things back over to the table. We'll put them on the black. Hopefully that will help you see them a little bit better. So, am I getting enough of a light angle for that? Mm-hmm. So again, when it's wet, it's a little, when it dries, you'll see the frost a little bit better. I'll probably put a black background behind there with some pictures in it, a collage of her, 16th birthday stuff. So let me set that here, and then her mug, let's see if we can get a good angle of that. There's a little stuff still on that one, but her name is kind of etched on there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is there. And the great thing is dishwasher safe. Love that. There's so many things that you buy that are etched anymore that are not truly dishwasher safe. Okay, going on more. Just let me show you a couple things that we've made. So this might be a little hard to see, but this was when Brielle was in elementary school. She wrote this, and this was for Mother's Day, and she wrote this in her handwriting. And then I traced it with the etching cream over the top of her handwriting, and now I have her handwriting forever on this mug. And of course we also made one for Dad. So I like that because that's a way of preserving handwriting. I thought that was pretty, I like that kind of stuff. And I hope you do too. But that's more etching ideas. We also made glasses for the kids with their names on them. This is a Harry Potter emblem. I just took contact paper, drew that design on contact paper, traced it out, slapped that on there like a sticker, and then etched over the top of that. And then, of course, my son's Collins. He's a Superman fan. And I mean, these aren't perfect. You can definitely make them more perfect than this. But I was just making them for my kids, so. But there's some more etching ideas, glasses and frames and that kind of thing. And then we've touched on the engraving. Let's go back to the frosted glass, and I'm a little afraid. I'll go touch that stuff, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a little wet. So if not, like I said, I have a backup pan. It's not that bad. It's actually kind of dry. Normally I would probably let it set for about 30 minutes. And as it warms in here, it could get tacky. So, all right, so again, what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna peel this little window off now. And you will make this, as I said before, personal for you. I'm making this for my daughter. So I made a printout of one of her favorite characters, which is Night Fury from How to Train Your Dragon. And then I'm going to cut it out and measure it roughly to kind of go in here. Actually, I'll just cut them out and then I'll shrink it. Let's see, it's going to need to be about that big. I'll probably need to adjust it a little bit. Okay. Now I think if you were making this for a wedding or something, you could just frost this entirely, or you could use a picture of the couple that's getting married or Mother's Day. I can't tell, is that in the window? He's almost in the window. He's a little tall. So you can do it this way, or you can flip it this way. So there's going to be two options here as I do this. But just so we get started, we're going to start that way. So here is just a flicker light, right? And then you're going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put the lid on. Of course, like I said, mine's a little tall. So I can do it that way and make it like a little night light. Or I can do it that way and the light's behind it and he's more in the window. It's kind of your choice. Is he in there very good? He's a little tall. And it's starting to get a little tacky now because it's wet outside. So I will pull my other one up here. This is the other one I made for the post that Hometalk will be giving you. But again, you could put a picture of your family in there. You could make something that's personal for whoever you're giving it to. Fill it with flowers, that kind of thing. Let me put this in here. So now is the time I'm going to put the whole gift together. And again, you'll decide which things you like working with the best. But so I've got the little tray that was engraved. I've got the spoon here. I've got her personalized glass. And I've got her night light. Or, you know, if you were doing something a little more elaborate and fancy, you would do the candle. So I've got this little tray. I've got the picture frame to go with for the sweet 16th birthday. And then I also got, she's a hot chocolate lover. So I would put, you know, a little hot chocolate in here. And then maybe these little cookie snacks in here. And then you've got yourself a little birthday gift. This is her birthday gift. Now for Mother's Day, you can make this a vase. You could do, you know, favorite chocolates. If it's a wedding, again, a vase or champagne glasses. You could also, you know, include engraved spoon drips or, you know, wooden salad tongs. So it's kind of limitless what you want to do to make something personal for a baker or, like I said, it's just great gift ideas for anyone. So that's my little gift, and I included the etching and the engraving and the frosted glass spray. So I'm hoping that you guys like this and maybe we'll use some of these ideas for yourself. If you do, please share this with anybody who might be interested. I love making personal gifts for everyone. And then also, you want to hit the subscribe button at the end of this broadcast so you don't miss another live. And then tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the next live DIY, so you don't want to miss that. And I thank you so much for being here. And Brielle, who's the winner of our, do we have a winner yet?
It hasn't been announced yet.
Ooh.
Hometalk, who's the winner?
Last chance, guys. Get in. List those things you would do. What would you engrave in your glass? You can win that tote bag. We're still waiting. There's still a chance. Well, while they're deciding really quick, again, you can elaborate this. This was just a simple, just to show you, you can engrave so many different things. So you can engrave glass, you can engrave wax, you can engrave rocks, you can engrave wood, metal. You can do it on things that you don't want to lose that are yours. You can etch. Etching works best with those little vinyl decals. Engraving, personalizing. Oh, actually, you know what? I never said this, but when we talk about not losing things, you know, how many times have you gone to somebody's house and you have a serving, like a serving spoon, and you have your 9x13 glass dish? You can etch the glass dish with your name on it. You can engrave the glass dish with your name on it. You can engrave your silverware, your serving stuff, so that it always gets to come home with you. Because in case you accidentally forget, I've done it, you leave the house and you're like, oh no, I forgot that stuff. Well, your name's on it, so you're gonna get it back. So that's the best part about that. So many options with this. Please share this with anybody you think would like it. And do we have a winner yet?
Yeah, let's see. I'm sorry if I biffed your name, but it's Kelly Fitzmaurice.
Ooh, that's a fun name. All right, well, congratulations. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And please don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next live. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Hometalk. Have a good evening. Bye.